Hello! We're going to be working on Lesson 12. Lesson 12. So if you'll gather those materials together for Lesson 12, that would be fantastic. I'm going to remind you that when you do your sprint, it is a 1-minute timing. Your parents will need to time you for 1 minute. Then you're going to put the number correct. And of course, I encourage you after you get finished that you finish the rest of it up. It is very good practice for things that we're learning in 2nd grade. And of course, then you're moving on to the side B. Again, it is a 1-minute timing, and we are hoping that your score goes up from where you were on the one on A. So that's what we're looking for. Your parents need to do a 1-minute timing on both of those. Then you are going to make sure that you watch not only this video, but the other video for lesson 11 or lesson 12 for the professionally made Eureka videos. And then you will need to do the assignments that you see here for the problem set. And then there's a homework page that also goes with that, which I will be sharing the answers after you've had a chance to work them, of course. And then, of course, you will need to send the exit ticket. And I am going to ask you that on the exit ticket that you remember your name, your first name, and remember this needs to be sent to your teacher. Send it, and make sure that the picture that you send us is not blurry, because we do need to be able to see the student's work. And rather than drawing a line, we would like you to actually write the words written instead of drawing a line. So if you think 10 hundredths is the same as 110, then you would write that 10 hundredths equals 110. Okay? All right, so words need to be written and not drawing a line. So your words need to be written and not drawing a line. Okay, and I am thinking of down here, you'll be looking at the ones. Here, you'll be looking at the tens. And here, you'll be looking at the hundreds. Be careful on this one. Oops, sorry. Looking at the ones, looking at the tens, looking at the hundreds. Be very careful on this one. I'm going to openly admit that I made a boo-boo the first time I did that because I didn't actually move the discs around, and so consequently I made some mistakes. May I strongly suggest that you use your value coins, the ones that I had you color the other day, and that you actually put the value coins. Here's the ones that we're using here at school. These aren't, of course, the numbers that you're going to use, but I would suggest that you put the value coins on as you work this problem. Okay? All right.
I'm closing the building today.
All right. That having been said, let us look at our well, let's see. We don't want to do the word problem just yet. Actually, I think we will go ahead and do the word problem. It probably doesn't matter that I still need to do the fluency piece, which I will do after we get finished with our word problem. So as usual, I want you to use cubes, which is, you know what cubes is because you hear Miss Starr talk about it every day. So, and read, draw, and write to solve this word problem. So I am going to help you with at least doing the cubes part. How many? This one's kind of interesting because it actually has 2 questions that you need to answer. So technically it's a 2-step problem because there are 2 different questions that you are going to need to answer. It actually starts off with a question. How many packages would be an important key word here in this problem? How many packages of 10 cookies can Colette make using 24 cookies? So there's question number 1, and here's question 2. How many cookies does she need to complete another package, I think I'm going to box that whole thing, another package of 10. So there are 2 There are two questions that need to be answered on this particular problem, which I guess technically could be considered a two-step problem. So you're going to need to look at it from answering the first question, which is, and of course, whenever we have a word problem, we always have to have a word answer. So the first question you need to answer is Colette can make blank packages of cookies, packages of 10 cookies, She needs, here's the second question, she needs how many more cookies to make another package of 10. So those are the two questions that need to be answered. Because they ask two questions, there are two questions that you need to answer. So I'm going to ask you to pause the video, work this problem, and then come back and we will take a look at how you solved it. Of course, there's probably more than one correct way to solve this problem. I'm going to show you the way that I chose to do it. You may have chosen another way, or may choose another way than the way that I choose to do it. But if you can justify how you did your problem and you have a correct answer to those two questions, well, like I said, there's probably more than one correct way to do that. So pause the video. There definitely is more than one way. Pause the video, and then we'll look at it in a minute. Pause the video. Are you back? All right, so here, whoops, there goes my buzzer ringing. I have my buzzer set for all kinds of times during the day, things I need to remember to do here at school. So forgive that ringing. So again, there were two questions. Hopefully you use cubes. Well, we did that together. So the first thing that I did is I drew a number bond showing that 124 is one group of 100, 2 tens, and 4 ones. So 100, 20, and 4. I know that there are 10 tens in 100, so I wrote that down. There are 2 tens in 20 and 4 ones. 4 ones. So if I added my tens together, 10 tens plus 2 tens gave me 12 tens. Colette can make 12 packages of 10 cookies. That's where that came from, 12 packages of 10 cookies. And then she needs to have, I said 6 more, because 6 plus the unknown, 4 plus 6 would equal 10. That would be a number bond that would look like this. So I'm using number bonds to help me be able to solve this problem, and hopefully you are too. So what would I have to add to 4 to get 10? I would add 6. So hopefully you were able to figure that out. You might not have used number bonds. You might have used an equation, but or some other method that we've used up to this point, but that would be how I would solve that problem. All right, so the next activity that we are going to do is looking at 10 more or 10 less. So when I give you a number, I'm either going to be saying I want you to tell me what would be 10 more than that number, or I might say what is 10 less than that number. Are you ready? So that's what we're going to be doing. What if I said 56 and I wanted you to tell me 10 more? If I was going from 56, 10 more would be, if you said 66, you're exactly where I would need you to be. What if I wanted you to go 10 less? If you were going 10 less, what would that be? Did you say 46? If you did, congratulations. 46 would be 10 less than 56. 66 would be 10 more than 56. And second graders need to be able to make that distinction. So what if I had 72 and I wanted you to tell me 10 less than 72. Did you say this? Did you say 62? If you did, congratulations. What if I said I wanted to do 10 more than 72? Did you say 82? If you did, congratulations. 62 is 10 less than 72, and 82 is 10 more than 72. Okay, we're going to do a couple more of these, and then we will be done. So I'm going to start with 41. This time I want 10 more than 41. I think I heard you out there saying 51. If you did, congratulations. What if I wanted 10 less than 41? Oh, this is what I heard. How'd you do? Are you feeling proud of yourself? Should be, because I know if I was hearing you all the way, all of you at all the same time, that's pretty much what I think I would hear. Let's just try one more. This one's kind of tough. Let's start with 10 less than 94. What would 10 less than 94 be? Did you say 84? Woohoo! Can you think about what 10 more than 94 would be? Be careful, this one goes over 100. Did you come up with 104? If you did, congratulations, and you are doing a spectacular job. You can practice more of those on your own at home if you would like to. It's always good practice to practice 10 more and 10 less. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at our answer sheets for these. Do be certain that you have a parent there to help you with your answers to the problems that you did today. Of course, you need to pause the video so that you can check to see how you did on your sprint this morning. Of course, this was a 1-minute timing, and if you didn't get all the way finished, that's okay, because 1 minute really isn't very long to be able to do all of those problems. But let's say maybe you got to 35 and you did great. You should finish those last few on your own time so that you can practice those as well. So pause the video. Okay, now we're coming over to side B, same thing. We're looking for you to improve your score because the only person you're competing against is yourself. So pause that video, take a look at how you did, and be certain any that you did not get finished that you do finish. It would be something that we would expect you to do. All right, so hopefully you still have that parent here who's helping you with these problems. So if you're looking to see how you did on the problem set, the first one for problem number 1 was a yes answer, and you would need to change to make a 10. On number 2, you still had a yes answer, and you would need to change to make 100. On number 3, the answer would be no. You would need 2 more 1s to make the next 10. And if you're finding that you're not doing well on this, you need to stop the video and go back and rethink about how you solved these problems. Number 4, well, you can see that it was a yes answer and that I would need another 10. On 652, it was a no answer, and you would need 8 more 1s to make the next 10. And on number 6, you would need, it was a yes answer, and you would need to have 100. Okay, and I'm going to bring it over to the second page, which is identical to the first page. You can take a look and see how you personally did. And if you are having difficulty with this concept, it would be a good idea to go back and double check, because there are things that are similar to this on the exit ticket for this week. So you are double checking. Pause the video so you can do a good double check. Okay, then of course you are over to the exit ticket. Hopefully you didn't do that until after those problems in front of you have been, the other problems that we just looked at have been completed. Then you need to solve the exit ticket. And again, I would advise you to be very careful on this part of the exit ticket. I myself had a few problems with it, and I had to go back and redo mine because I made a boo-boo the first time I did it without looking at any answers. So you might want to take a double check on that one. Okay? When you're finished, make sure that these words are written and not just having a line drawn. Make sure they're written next to it, like what does 10 1 equals, what does 10 10s equal, and what does 10 hundreds equal. You'll find those answers over here. Okay? And with that, I will say to you goodbye until we get to the next lesson.